Hey, Russell here from Adelaide West Physio and Pilates. One word that gets used from time to time that's worth talking about is the word sciatica. And to me, it has some fairly strong connotations. It can be misconstrued quite easily because all it means is leg pain that in some way relates to the back. It doesn't tell you anything about the intensity of the leg pain. It doesn't tell you about the severity or the seriousness of it. It just means it's symptoms in the leg. So the problem with it is that it can be misconstrued, and when there are so many different causes for it, it kind of doesn't really help you much if you're the patient. So the reasons for leg pain that's related to your back can be anything from things that are that are related to a structure, like where the nerve root exits the lumbar spine, or the nerve root being irritated as it leaves the lumbar spine, or something related to the disc, or some of the chemicals are released by an injured disc. But equally, it doesn't necessarily have to be related to a structure. And as we know, with pain being such a complicated and interesting thing, you don't necessarily need to have pathology in your back to have leg pain, just like you don't necessarily need to have a leg to have leg pain. You can have leg pain without necessarily having any current back pathology. So it's worth bearing that in mind when you read scan results, that someone reads them to you and they talk about what the pathology is going on in your back and you've got leg pain there. It doesn't necessarily mean that the two are related. It could mean they're related. You could have leg pain that is clearly related to an exiting nerve root being compromised, as the terminology often goes on the imaging reports. And if you do have pins and needles or numbness in a particular pattern, or if you have weakness of a particular pattern, or you have a depressed reflex in a particular pattern, then that's a fairly clear sign that it's going to be related to what's going on in your back, or with that particular nerve root being compressed and limited in its function. But equally, and we see it a lot, you can have leg pain that has been there for a long time, and it's more a situation where it's been created by the body. Initially there might have been a reason, a structural, pathological reason for the leg pain that relates to the back, but that has since long healed up, but there remains a leg pain, a sciatica. So I just wanted to make it clear that sciatica is just another one of those terms that you come across a lot in medicine that doesn't tell you a great deal, except it's a description of symptoms. It's a description that you've got pain in the leg, but it doesn't tell you why. It certainly doesn't tell you whether it's serious or not serious, or something to be worried about or not. And unfortunately, sometimes these terms can be bandied around and misused, and then misunderstood, and create a lot of anxiety in people when they think, oh crap, I've got sciatica. So if you've got any questions about any of that, if you want to make a comment, if you think I'm talking rubbish and you disagree with what I'm saying, please leave a comment below and we will reply to you. Cheers. Oh, one last thing. You may have noticed this dirty moustache that I'm carrying. It's Movember. So if you know someone that is supporting Movember, please donate to them. It's a fantastic cause. It's all about supporting research into men's health issues particularly, and helping to raise awareness of certain issues as well. They do a fantastic job. So just a little plug there for Movember. All right, cheers.